One of my most favorite pastimes is being able to go to an art gallery and look at all of the different exhibits, all of the different paintings, whether they're modern, classic, whatever type. I really, really enjoy it. And I was thinking as I visited a museum this week and I sat down in front of a painting, just looking at it and marveling at the colors and textures and everything. And I thought to myself, you know, a painting is just exactly like our lives. I thought it might be kind of interesting today to talk about that and have a conversation about you and I and how we begin as a blank slate. Life is a journey of creation, and each of us begin with the same gift, a blank slate. It's untouched, unmarked, and full of potential. But what makes it truly extraordinary is how we transform that blank slate into a masterful mix of marvels, textures, and moods. Hello, and welcome again to my channel. So great to see all of you again. Life. What a fantastic and unpredictable journey it is. Just think of it as a blank slate, an empty canvas when we are born. No strokes, no lines, no colors, just an empty slate to do with as we will. No textures, the endless possibilities when we begin anew. Just how we fill that canvas is up to us. What a beautiful thought, isn't it? As you know, if you've lived long enough, life gives us all the tools. It gives us all the textures and colors and everything we need to fill that canvas. But it's just up to us how we fill it and how we use it. Life really gives us all the tools, all the textures, all of the emotions, all of the different strokes that go into life and making a canvas, all of the layers of wisdom that we have gathered throughout the years. And what is the secret? The secret is learning how to use them to make them into something that is uniquely you. Just think about it. The bright, joyful, happy times, those beautiful colors in your life that bring out the brightness of the painting. And of course, there are the shadows, the deeper tones that are a little bit darker and mix in with all of those bright colors. And just think of it, all of those bright colors and then the darker tones that represent some of the deep parts of your life that add depth and contrast and tone to that canvas. Don't those shadows and darker tones add interest and depth to your palette? What would life be if it was all one color, one note, without all of those wonderful mixtures of bright and joyful tones and the maturing, darker tones that emphasize us and our unique selves? Without those shadows, our lives wouldn't have the richness that it has now. Life isn't about perfection, is it? Life is about process. We blend and mix emotion and events, bright colors, dark colors, and moods as we grow. In our 20s, isn't it true? We are bold and we're running around splashing bright colors all over our canvas, not always really thinking about things or thinking about the future, just living in the moment and splashing and experiencing all of those wonderful bright things, marriages, children, relationships, jobs. Everything is bright. Everything is bold, and everything is truly bright. But by the time we get into our 40s and 50s, some of those colors are a little bit modulated, a little bit subdued, a little bit softer. Actually, what we are doing is we are refining, aren't we? We are learning to appreciate the texture in life. We are learning to appreciate the subtleties of life. And by the time we reach my age, and your age, if you are in the 70s or 80s or beyond, we have created a tapestry of grace, wisdom, and courage. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. What colors are you going to be using today? What textures are you going to apply to your own unique canvas? Or perhaps, is there a tiny corner left in your canvas ready for a bright, fresh, new, and bold stroke? One thing that I have learned in my 85 years, that it's never too late to add a new, bold stroke to your canvas. Whether you are a Gen Zer or someone who is 70 or 80, never too late to add a layer to that masterpiece that is you. It's never too late to create. It's never too late to accept that invitation that life gives us to change and add to our tapestry. Life's beauty is its imperfections, its bold strokes, its messy, splashy strokes. It's an invitation to create your own canvas. And when it's all put together, it's uniquely you. Celebrate the bold strokes and enjoy the textures that only life can bring. Don't ever forget that your life is your art. Fill it with boldness, with courage, with creativity, with love. And always remember, as I've said so many times, it's never too late to pick up that brush and start again. So let's continue to create our masterpiece, one stroke at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all had a great week last week, and I hope the week coming will be wonderful for you. And please don't ever forget, it's never too late to create your own unique masterpiece. And the excitement of knowing tomorrow what bright colors and what strokes and textures you are going to add to your own canvas. Remember that you are never alone and that you are truly, truly loved. Thank you, and I hope to see you again in my next